This short version because you don't seem to have enough patience to listen to a 10-minute video, which I don't blame you. That's pretty long. Okay, so here's the issue. I'll swipe through everything I make note of, but this is your claim. First of all, gods are indeed based on religious beliefs, not the other way around as, I claim. And then you say, here's why. So this is your claim, that religious beliefs are first, then God. So, in order for religion to be based on God, the God it is based on has to exist first, and prior to religion. And yes, that's true. That would be the case. That is my claim. And then you say that is blatantly impossible, and that's your reason. Like, you don't go into it anywhere else. You say here's why, and then you lead to that is blatantly impossible. But you don't explain how. I've already asked you to prove this, but you haven't. But you claim you have. But you get into your circular reasoning. So I won't go over all this. You can just pause the video and see what I said. Otherwise, it'd be kind of redundant. You say these gods would still exist. Yes, that would make sense. Well, depending on the gods. According to some religions, some gods can die. But yes, I see what you're saying, so yes, again. But here, I disagree. Stating otherwise would mean they weren't gods to begin with. No, false, and you haven't shown that to be the case. You have not shown that to be the case, that religion would be man-made. You claim that this is your claim, that they would cease to exist because they stopped worshipping. But you have not proved that to be the case, even in other aspects of life. So here, connecting to that, jumping a bit, that is the only way a god could cease to exist when the religion that worship it died out. No, you're assuming because people stop believing and worshipping, therefore a god ceases to exist. That doesn't logically follow. If people stopped believing I existed, or stopped talking to me and all that, would I cease to exist? Or gravity, for the matter? If people thought the laws of nature, they no longer thought of it and didn't no longer believe in the laws of nature, would that mean they would cease to exist? No. That doesn't logically follow. If they changed the laws of nature to a new name or a new title, does that mean the original law or nature or whatever you call it would cease to exist? No. You're pretty much saying if someone stops believing in something, it ceases to exist. But that doesn't make any sense, logically speaking. I might have not given the best examples, but that right there, what you're saying does not logically follow. You said that also addresses my misunderstanding of all religions are man-made, which you didn't prove. Again, you've just made the continuous claims based on your circular reasoning, saying that it's blatantly impossible. Here's why that's blatantly impossible. No explanation. If the god being worshipped doesn't exist first, then yes, you would be correct, but you have not shown that to be true. You said, which I just proved they don't. No, you've claimed they don't. And you said you want me to give you an example, but according to your circular reasoning, there'd be no point, because you think the Christianity became a religion first, then God, so even if I gave you that, it wouldn't do anything for you. But using actual logic and not circular reasoning, Christianity would be a great example. Jesus came first, then Christians. Feel free to pause and read. Again, I disagree. People have proven God exists. The definition of proof, or prove, demonstrate the truth or existence of something by evidence or argument, which you claim to have proven your argument, but you haven't even made an argument. All you've done is made claims. Religion's first, then God. Here's why. It's blatantly impossible. That's not proof. You have not proven anything, just that you use circular reasoning. Again, you can pause and read. Again, you can pause and read. So ultimately, I have countered your claim and shown you proof and answered your questions regarding your statement. Give me one God, just one, that you can prove exists independently of the religion that worships it. And so there's proof, plenty of evidence and logical arguments to prove that the Christian God is true. Whether you accept it or not, maybe you're a Holocaust denier or a flat earther as well. So, but the proof is there, and if you want me to go more in depth, you can just check out my profile. There's a linked video of evidence for the Bible and Jesus by both Christian and secular sources. Also, if you read my first pen to answer, that talks about the supernatural.